find it. It doesn't seem to be on any of these stations.
Keep looking.
Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
What's going on, guys?
Back.
Too late. I'm in the 40s. Gotta go around the horn. Faster.
Loot from series. So, let's get into this grind.
Now, Edge.
In today's loot from video, I'll be opening 10,000 crystal chests using the crystal keys. Now this is going to take me a few years probably to finish this, so let's see how I get on. Okay, so I spent around 206 mil on these crystal keys, but they didn't buy as fast as I wanted, so starting off with 3,000 keys, and the time I finish them, hopefully the others will buy. Now if you want to do a lot of runs opening the chests, I would suggest using Graceful, but I thought I would do the opposite and go for some Fashionscape, and I'm wearing the Shades and Tier 5 armour whilst holding my Clueless Scroll, and of course I've got my Mats cape on me and I'll explain why in a minute. It was meant to be some form of Fashionscape, but it doesn't look great now I look back at it, but never mind. But yeah, having a Mats cape perk does save a lot of time, so I could bank at the crafting guild, then teleport back to the Tavley POH where I'm standing now, so that's very quick. I also worked out having around 8 to 10 crystal keys at a time per trip is the right amount in my opinion. Also, this is a task for the medium Falador diaries. I also have a rune pouch with me, and this is an optional choice, you don't have to take this, but I'm taking this just because you do get a lot of runes in the chests and you can deposit 3 different runes in the rune pouch, which will then free up some inventory space so you can grab more loot, but like I said, this is an optional choice. Now if you don't have a Mats cape, construction cape or crafting cape, then you can use Ring of Jewelins to go to Castle Walls and then bank, and then use redirection scrolls to Tavley. Now you can get these scrolls of redirection from Nightmare Zone using your points, and it costs 775 points per scroll, so it is very easy to get. And you can use a scroll on a normal house tablet to create a Brimhaven teleport, Hasidius, Polnovich, Prifdinus, Relicar, Rimington, Trollheim and Yenil, so you've got a few options there, but obviously you want the Tavley if you're doing this method. Alright, so these crystal chests took me a very long time, as you can imagine, and when I made the post on my channel, at first I only wanted to do 1,000 keys, and for some reason my mind was like, well 1,000 isn't enough, so why not do 10,000 keys and just torture myself. So I don't know why I did this, but there you go. But to be fair, when I was doing these keys, around 3,000 to 4,000 keys in, it wasn't too bad. Because I had the Mats cape perk, I can take it to the bank and then come back to the chest really fast. So yeah, it went really quick at first, but obviously when I got to the 8,000 mark and 9,000 mark, it did drag and it did take very long, and I was getting bored and frustrated, and I was like, oh, I just want to finish this. But yeah, I'm just so glad I'm finished this so you can see my progress. Now these keys can be bought in a GE for around 20k each, and that's how much I bought mine for. Or if you want, you can create the key by using a tooth half and a loop half key, and if you use them on each other you will create the crystal key. Obviously if you're an Iron Man you can't buy anything on the G, so this is going to be the method for you. Now these half keys are dropped by any monster in RuneScape that has access to the rare drop table, which is most of them I suppose, and same goes with the loop half as well. You can also get these from random events, the Gnome restaurant minigame, managing miscellanea, looting magpie implings, and also using a crystal chest, which I'm doing, which is very common. So just after 6 hours of finishing those 3,000 crystal keys, the next lot brought in the GE, so now I have just under 5,500 keys to use, so see you in a couple of years. So let's show you all the possible loot you can get from the crystal chest. Now there is a lot of random loot, but it all does add up. So starting off, you will get uncut dragon stones at 100% of the time, so you're guaranteed 13k to start off with, along with all the other possible loot such as the spinach roll and 2k coins. We have a lot of runes, and you will get all of these runes in one drop, which is quite nice to see. We get a couple of cut gems, so ruby and diamond. Next we have runite bars, and this will help with your profits too, as you get 3 runite bars at a time, which is 37k, and they are 1 in 10 drop rate, so you should get 3 bars per trip and you are technically making money, making profit. But sometimes I did get 6 to 9 runite bars per trip, so obviously that's even more money. Next we have some more coins and the loop and 2 half keys. Next we have iron ore and coal, then we have some raw swordfish and more coins, which is 1k. Addy square and the more rarer items, which is the rune plate legs and skirt, which is 1 in 128 drop rate, and sometimes you will just get the dragon stone and nothing more. So yeah, there is a lot of loot to collect, and most of the time the loot will drop to the floor, and don't worry, you can still use your keys on the chest, then bank your loot from your inventory, then run back to collect the other loot on the floor. I had a really nice comment from one of my viewers recently, and he says, can I vote for you for the 10th annual Golden Gnome Awards? And he says, love your videos and respect the amount of time that goes into them, and it really made my day, and it just gave me an idea for the rest of you guys to help me out as well. All you need to do is go on this website, and I'll leave that in the description below, and just simply follow the steps, and it gives you some questions, who you'd like to nominate and why, and you just simply follow the steps and vote for your favourite YouTuber. Mr. Wall. I've got 1,500 crystal keys left now, guys, so I've spent 13 hours altogether to get to this point, and it actually got to a point where I was struggling and I just wanted to give up, but I've got to keep going for you guys. Now there is another way of opening crystal chests, and that is using the enhanced crystal key on the Elven crystal chest in Prifddinas. Now I'd love to do a video on this at some point, but it will take a while, as you will need 10 crystal shards as well as a normal crystal key like the one I'm using, and of course if you both use them together you will create the enhanced crystal key. You can get the shards from pretty much anything in Prifddinas, such as the monsters, the bosses, thieving, catching imps, etc. But the best and fastest way to get the shards is probably the Gauntlet minigame and Zalcano. Now I have done a Zalcano guide, and if you want to check that out, that'll be in the top right of your screen now, so yeah, check that out if you want to know how to do that boss. Now opening these chests do give you better rewards compared to the normal crystal chest, and I'll quickly show you what loot you can get. Yes, you get dragon stones 100% of the time, just like the normal crystal chest, but there is a chance of getting a lot of shards doing these, up to 30 shards at a time, and that is only a 1 in 15 drop rate. Also you can get up to 100 noted raw sharks, which is 62k, noted gold ore, which is between 54 and 78k, unnoted runite ore, and you can get between 7 and 10, which can make you up to 113k, crystal acorns, which can be used for farming to make crystal saplings and can harvest 8 to 16 crystal shards, and then the more rarer items such as the dragon plate legs and skirt and the shield left half, which is a drop rate of 1 in 256. Now for the super rare items, and if you get these then you've made a lot of money, you can get some dragonstone armour, which is a drop rate of 1 in 2500, pricing from 340k all the way up to 1.5 mil, and the full armour actually looks really cool too. And the last item, which is the uncut onyx, which is 1 in 10k, priced at 2.1 mil. So yeah, I'd love to make a video out of this, as you can make a lot of money, and obviously if you're very lucky you can make even more money. Right, so back to the task at hand, and I only have 12 keys left, so last inventory and I'll be done. And this has taken me just under 20 hours in game time, and I'm really surprised I've done this, but anything for my viewers and subscribers. So let's finish these last keys and get straight into the price check. Okay, so here is all the loot that I got from 10,000 crystal keys, so let's price check everything and see how much I have made. 213 mil, that is amazing. Now let's go through all the items that I got within the 10,000 keys. So starting off, we've got the uncut dragon stones, and you do get one every time you loot, so I've got 10,000 on the dot. We got 33 mil worth of runite bars, and I did get quite lucky with these, as I've got them more often than not. Look at all the iron ore, I've got 111k, so that's just over 10 mil. 75,000 worth of coal, so that's 10.6 mil. We've got a nice 6.2 mil cash stack here, which is really nice. We've got a lot of half keys, so we've got 2 halves, which is 371, and 316 loop halves. We've got a lot of cut rubies and diamonds. We've got 3 mil worth of diamonds and 1.6 mil worth of rubies. Have a look at all the rooms, that is insane. So we've got over 10,000 worth of natures, deaths, cosmic, laws and chaos. And then we've got 51,000 plus in air runes, fires, mind, earth, water and body runes. So I think them runes will last me a while. And then we've got some other miscellaneous items as well. We've got spinach rolls. I didn't pick all of them up, but I picked most of them up. I think I've got around 1,300 and something. So yeah, I picked up most of them, so that's only 94k. Got a lot of swordfish, raw swordfish, so that's 1,300 odd, that's 500k. Adamant square shields, we didn't get many, so that's 294k. And the rune plate legs, which are quite rare to get, so I still got 66, which is not too bad, so that's 2.5 mil. So yeah, altogether I made just over 7.4 mil, so really pleased with that. Yeah, this was a very long grind, but I'm just glad it's over now. And yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. As always, this was probably the toughest challenge I've done on my channel to date, and just because it took so long, it took over 20 hours, so yeah, it was quite a long time. But if you liked the video, make sure you give this a massive thumbs up, comment and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on those notifications. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.